My name is Amanda, and I have a condition called vitiligo. Many years ago, I found that I started to get a whitening underneath my eyes that was noticeable to other people, and I didn't know what it was. And then I saw I had one white dot on my knuckle, and I went to my dermatologist for something totally unrelated. And he said, "How long have you had this?" And I said, "What, this tiny dot?" And he said, "I need to do tests on you." So he did the tests, and it turned out that I had vitiligo. And gradually over the next couple of decades, I lost more and more skin color. It caused me great emotional distress because I knew I didn't look normal. And I got stared at on the streets, and it was very emotionally debilitating. I was pretty much at my wit's end because any time that I wanted to go out and look pretty and normal like the rest of society, I would have to use very heavy makeup, waterproof, and even at that, if you would go to touch somebody, kiss somebody hello, inevitably it would come off on their clothing and be very embarrassing. So it was difficult to feel at ease. It was first noticeable after having had it for a couple of years, and then was at its all-time worst about 20 years into it, because that was at a point at which my body was about 50% colorless in terms of my skin. Found the National Vitiligo Association and became a member, and found out that there was a doctor, a woman by the name of Dr. Pearl Grimes, who had a new system for her patients. I call vitiligo the gift that keeps on giving because you never know when little spots of melanin may return. I have a few spots on my forearm, some on the back. I have some on this arm, also on the back. And it's also all over my shoulder area in the back. And I'm continuing with my treatment because at one time I had lost all the melanin, and I was really happy about that. But it's just a quirk of the disease. You never know when it's going to come back to bite you. So in the meantime, it's of great importance to me to keep up with the spray tan so that I can look as even as humanly possible during this process. There got to be a point where I didn't try. If I was around friends who knew me and knew what I had, they always told me that they didn't even see it anymore because they knew the Amanda that was within, and that's all that was important to them. And that's very gratifying in terms of my friendships, but it didn't help me with how I felt about myself. I used self-tanning creams, and they worked to a certain extent. I know that at least it made the white parts look less white, but there was a definite uneven tone. It's much too hard to do it yourself and come out with the positive all over results that you're looking for. The tans, when I did them, would be, I would use the darkest cream possible, so they would be fairly dark, but then the darkness would seep into areas around the clavicle, elbows and knees, and would require a constant use of either lemon juice or alcohol to try to even it out. Rubbing alcohol, not vodka. Well, my best friend is a facialist, and she suggested to me that I try airbrush tanning. And so I did, and I felt that it was by far and away the best of all possible solutions for me. There is nothing exact or perfect when it comes to vitiligo. It's something that one deals with for the rest of one's life, but it certainly is the most positive option that one can hope for. And I feel really good about myself and my body, and gain great confidence by being one color and being, frankly, a shade that I can pick myself with the aid of the technician. Well, the airbrush tanning is by far the superior way to go. It's so complete, and of course you can get to places on your body, your back, your legs, etc., that you can't possibly do yourself. I mean, it's just not physically possible. I find that the airbrush tanning lasts for me about 4 to 5 days, and that's at least 2 days longer than the tanning that I would do for myself, and as I say, much better and more even, no question about it. I got my spray tan yesterday and was, as always, so pleased with the results. Everybody always notices and says how good I look. I also love the contrast with my blonde hair. I am here on the second day of it with this lovely golden glow. And also, the great part about it is, it does such a beautiful thing for your legs. You know, have them look toned and sexy, and that's what the spray tan does for me. It also goes straight through any makeup you have on when you're spray tanned, so that you don't have to, if you have some kind of an event or a shoot or whatever to go through before you're spray tan, you don't have to remove all your makeup before you get there. You can just be spray tanned and have that golden glow come right through. I do recommend sunblock, not just sunscreen, sunblock for everyone at all times. And as far as trying to regain your sense of self and ego in a good sense, I couldn't recommend highly enough seeing a sun tanning professional. And that is the spray tan, not tanning beds. That's something I don't recommend to anyone. It's very dangerous. But I came upon the Hollywood Airbrush Spray Tanning Academy, and I couldn't be happier with the results. Simone Emmons, whose business this is the preeminent expert in her field, in my opinion. She has a technique that is so perfected that you get the most natural results you could possibly achieve with a spray tan. And I can't recommend it highly enough as a way to go to make yourself feel good about yourself, as every person should. And by the way, the Hollywood Airbrush Tanning Academy is always looking for new models.